So, hi, I'm just with Kris Allen. He's our Zoho CRM guru. Do you want to introduce yourself?
So hello, my name is Kris Allen. I own and run Source Code Software. We help Pride Road with the CRM integration. So that's the clever parts of the systems that make one thing talk to another thing.
So, for those out there who doesn't know what a CRM system is, do you want to just explain that?
So CRM is your customer database. It's an online system usually. It stores your customers, it stores sales-related activity, it stores all your different things like workshop information, lets you put your documents onto different people. So you know where everyone is, you know what your different projects are up to. It just allows you to manage your entire business process.
Awesome. So technically, we've been working together for a couple of years.
2 years now, yeah.
I think in the main we use Zoho as our CRM, but we've started developing extra bits and pieces.
Yep. Yeah. So off-the-shelf systems usually have some limitations, but the nature of what we do is that we can extend that system beyond what it would normally be allowed to do, to add all these cool extra features and things that just make everybody's lives easier without having to wait for the developers of the off-the-shelf system to build them.
Yeah. And what sort of things are we integrating into Zoho?
So we've got the booking system, and we've got the so when somebody books in an appointment, it goes through a process of putting them into the right places and send off any automated emails that need to be sent off. So that's connecting those two different bits together. And we've got a system for creating and sending emails and attaching the right documents to them. And those documents are generated dynamically based on information that's in the system.
Cool. So if someone was setting up their own business from scratch, is there any advice you'd give about sort of setting up systems on electronically?
I'd say it's worth doing some research into what systems are out there. It's usually good to find one that works for your particular industry, especially if you're into something like franchising. It's worth finding a system that works well with that kind of model. And it's also worth seeing if or how well the different systems can talk to each other. So usually nowadays systems are pretty good at talking to each other. So if you can get one thing to plug into another thing, you're going to save yourself a lot of hard work. Do things manually. If you can get something that does it for you, so you can be saving yourself, even if it's only a few minutes every time you do something. If you're doing that thing 100 times a day, then you're going to save yourself quite a lot of time.
Awesome. So I think what I've learned is that what I've learned is that I spend an awful lot of time and sort of headspace in the business thinking about IT systems. And it's much bigger than I ever thought it would be. I remember when I first set up, just looking at like MailChimp and booking systems, and then starting to work out how one thing would talk to another.
I think having that overarching view of the systems is vital to having a business that effectively runs itself, and especially if you run a franchise model, it's effectively you are selling that system to your franchisees, aren't you? So having a robust system that caters for the different things that may happen, different eventualities, is going to be crucial for any business to scale or to franchise.
And for us, it's about dealing with volume and kind of volume of clients, and sort of understanding. I mean, my sort of the way that I usually explain it is the system is so you're not keeping all that information in your head. You're not thinking which structural engineer was working on which projects, where was it up to in planning, what date is the planning expected, which builder did we go and see, which builders are we using at the moment, and what have we just been working on? What's our latest development?
I think
sorry, that was a genuine question.
That was not a rhetorical question. So Sorry, what did you ask? What we were working
What's
on?
the next bit of kind of system?
Oh,
What
so
we're working
the system
on?
would know. It would know who's involved in a different stages of the process, and allow you to send emails to the right people without having to remember who's attached to something. So as long as the information is in there in its central place, that information gets sent out to all the different systems on the side. So rather than having to type the same email address 3 or 4 different times, you put it in there once, put somebody's name in there once, and all the different components of the system will know that that's the person you need to contact for this or that. And that is what computers are good at. They're good at storing information. They're good at remembering things. Human brains aren't that good at remembering things. So we need to use the computers to do the stuff they're good at, which is remember information, pull information back, and you know it's going to be the right information as long as we put it in there correctly at the beginning.
And the great thing about being part of the franchise is that we've got Kris on board all of the time. Well, maybe not all of his time, but if we've got an issue, he's there at the end of the phone or a WhatsApp to respond to it, because these things do break quite regularly, and we have to quickly sort out why. When an algorithm changes, we've got to fix it, and it's great having Kris there just to sort
keep an eye on things.
But also, we're always talking about improvements, and each improvement just saves time across the board, which is brilliant.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, we can do a better job at a better kind of day job type thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Thanks very much, Kris. And
you're welcome.
I'm going to stop recording now.